can open your eyes. We are officially the House of Hope again. Do you like it?
It's perfect. Everything back in its rightful place. Mwah. Oh, I'm sorry, love.
It's just a kiss.
Well, the mind's willing, but the body's in agony.
So you keep saying.
Didn't ruin your day, not being able to consummate things.
It was the best day in my entire life. Though it would have been better if your son hadn't floored you and your insane ex-wife hadn't declared her undying love.
Apart from that, though, it was a smashing day.
Yeah. Despite Jean's antics, I wonder where the evil witch sloped off to in the end.
Well, as long as she's not bothering us, who cares where she is?
I, Marlon Sebastian.
Hey, you two missed a cracking do yesterday. I'll say one thing for that Bob Oak, he's got great tasting wives.
Yeah, well, we had a dead good time and all. We were feeding and winding and changing nappies all night long.
So how did the rooming in with Samson go?
Well, it were a bit scary at first, you know, learning how to look after him by yourselves.
But we soon got the hang of it. Nurse said we did a dead good job.
We're going to pick him up in a bit.
Oh, that's great news, son.
Yeah, it feels like our lives have been on hold since the day you were born. And we're getting him home. We finally get to be a normal family.
Good morning, Mrs. Windsor Dingle.
Mrs. Windsor Dingle. I like the sound of that.
Well, Dingle's not the best name to be saddled with. Never goes down too well with the local police.
Well, I love it. And I love you!
Oh!
Hey, we'll have less of that.
I thought you'd have done enough celebrating last night. I heard the champagne corks popping till the early hours.
Oh, listen, we'll be out of your house as soon as we can afford a place of our own.
We're only joking. You stay as long as you want. Why would I have a problem with people being in love? Just because I'm a sad singleton.
Oh, Pat, you're not on your own. We can be sad singles together.
Yeah, we'll need more space now. There's three here. Put you in Debbie's old room.
What's she right? I mean, it's still her room.
Well, it's got nothing to do with her anymore. You can have Sarah's old cot, too.
Oh, I couldn't take that.
There's no point in keeping it for her. I'll get you lift to hospital and all, if you like.
You feeling all right? Could have sworn I just heard you offering to do something nice for that, Sam.
Yeah, well, it's for him. It's for the lad. He's my nephew, isn't he? Eh?
Thanks, Uncle Ken.
Here.
Jane.
Terry.
Oh, my God, Jane. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to take advantage of you.
Oh, we took advantage of each other.
Well, all I remember is us talking and drinking and... Was me killed?
I seem to remember you flung it over there.
Well, I never ever thought I'd be flinging kilts with you.
Neither did I. But from what I can remember, it was one hell of a good fling. Best night I've had for a very long time.
Me too.
But Dawn would be very upset if she found out.
Yeah. I better get out of here. Look, let's just forget this if I am, eh?
Yeah, we should. It was a big, big mistake.
I've got to go to college and register. Can you keep an eye on TJ until Terry picks him up?
No. But, you know, I'm not good with kids. Can't you get Mum to do it? She didn't get on the plane in the end, did she?
Oh, she's still in bed.
Probably hiding her head in shame after yesterday's performance.
Oh, you put on quite a show yourself.
That was just a misunderstanding.
You punched Dad's nose.
Yes, and I said sorry afterwards.
We should at least go round there and see if he's feeling better today.
Thought you wanted me to babysit.
I'll get Mum to do it. She's got some serious making up to do. Mum, can I talk to you?
No, not yet.
You avoided me.
Of course not.
Don't give me that. I know what's wrong. You're embarrassed about yesterday.
Nothing happened yesterday, nothing at all.
You tried to stop Dad marrying Viv.
He married her in the end. Nothing I can do about it. Actually, lover, I'm not feeling very well. I need to be alone.
Okay. Actually, Mum, I forgot to ask if you could look after it.
Terry! Kids? At her age?
Apparently they announced it at the reception. Bob's had a vasectomy reversal.
I wish I'd gone to the circus myself now.
Why don't you come to the pub for lunch? I'm sure Betty would oblige happily with the rest of the gossip.
I'm too busy.
Steph, you can't keep avoiding going out into the village.
I'm not.
You're going all the way to Connaughton for your shopping, for goodness sake.
If I don't want to face Terence, I don't see why I should have to.
What about your dad? Don't you want to see him again?
He'll be too busy with Terence to talk to me.
You can't keep avoiding them.
I just can't face him across a bar as if nothing's happened. I just can't do it.
I'll help you look, but I'm not up to rummaging in the undergrowth yet.
Oh, that's what you get for getting your bits chopped on your wedding day.
What do you want?
Oh, come on, do we need an excuse to visit the blushing bride?
I'll give you blushing. Your father's nose will never be the same after the pounding you gave it yesterday.
Why don't you put those posters up, my sweet? I'll help later.
Love you.
So your nose that bad?
Actually, it's a welcome distraction from pain in more sensitive areas.
Stop going on about that now.
Why do you take your mum's side over mine?
Because she's been there all my life. The most I saw was you as your back as you walked out the door.
Your mother and I may have our problems, but you know, we love you and Dawn more than anything in the world.
Well, you're off to college.
Mum's put paid to that. I've just caught her in bed with Terry.
So, how's the week gone at work? It's just great to get up in the morning having something to do. Plus, I can actually afford to stand my round again.
Well, this one's on me.
No, you don't have to, Dad. You're doing enough for me already.
No, I want to. I'm very proud of the way you turn things round.
I noticed Terence hasn't got his wallet out.
Makes no matter. He'll get it all in the end. Alan's borrowing money against the B&B to pay Terence's debts off.
He never. Oh, he could end up losing everything, the daft old fool.
Terence's ex-wife must be back from holiday by now. Try to contact her again.
Still no sign.
I need to find her before she ends up in the Dingle stew pot.
Oi, it's my family you're talking about.
Oh, you'll be moving into that hovel they call a homestead before we know it.
I'm happy at Paddy's. Is it all right to come and collect the rest of my stuff to move over later?
So you're still intent on abandoning me then?
You knew I was moving out after the wedding.
Yes, I know, but it's still hard to accept that I'm losing my little girl.
I'm only moving over the road.
You know, it's such a waste paying rent. You know it's dead money.
Well, it won't be for long, because we're going to get our own place as soon as we can afford it.
Yeah, we can live at home for free. Marlon can move in if he really has to.
Mum, we've just got married. We need some space.
Well, you don't honestly think you're going to have your own love nest at the vet's, do you? With Paddy and that mouthy Daggett girl playing gooseberry.
I suppose so.
Think about it, Donna. The longer you stay with me, the sooner you can afford your own home. Where are you going?
To murder Terry. Turns out when Jean sloped off last night, she didn't slope alone.
Samson's done really well for a small baby. We'll give you his medicine and then you can go.
What about a monitor? Will we not be getting one of them?
He won't need any alarms or monitors once he goes home.
How will we know if he stops breathing?
That's extremely unlikely. If anything were to happen, you've been shown the resuscitation techniques.
Yeah, ABC. A, they've got to check that the airway's clear. B, is baby breathing. And C, is the circulation going. So yeah, I've remembered it.
What if you've done all that and he's still not breathing?
The doctors wouldn't release Samson if they thought he'd have any problems. I'll get him ready and you can go.
What if something goes wrong and there's no nurses there to help?
Nothing will go wrong. He's all better and he's coming home.
Look, we can explain it were a mistake.
Why do you always make your mistakes with my relations?
Daddy's not getting.
We didn't do it on purpose.
We were blind drunk.
Oh, you think that's an excuse?
Please, love, you've got to understand how upsetting it was watching your father get married again.
Oh, so you decided to make yourself feel better, you'd sleep with your daughter's husband.
Trust you to exaggerate. He's her ex-husband.
Actually, we're still married.
You split up years ago.
Yeah, well, we just didn't get round to it. I mean, the divorce hasn't come through yet.
Well, how was I supposed to know that?
You still knew he was TJ's dad?
It's not as if we're together. I mean, we have moved on.
You slept with your son's grandmother, Terry. No matter how much we've moved on, that'll never be OK. And as for you, yes, I know you were upset, but you should have stopped to think about what you were doing to me, never mind TJ. He could have caught Nana in bed with Daddy. You didn't care about that as long as you got what you wanted. And I will never forgive you for this.
Here is the guest of honour.
Wonderful. Oh, we have to give our newest family member a proper welcome.
Well, Samson, you had us all worried for a bit. We thought you weren't going to make it. But you prove you're a fighter. Welcome to the family.
Yeah. Welcome, lovely.
Welcome home, son.
You look a bit rough. Did you overdo it last night?
Could say that. I feel terrible.
Yeah, well, I bet Dawn feels worse. You should be ashamed of yourself. Can't believe you slept with Jean.
Jean? She's not your mother-in-law.
Don't you start me and all.
My mum got really upset earlier when I told her I was moving out.
She'll get over it.
I'm not sure she will. She wants me to go back home.
You told her you're staying with me, though. Right?
Not exactly.
But Donna, we just got married. You have to move in with me.
Well, not necessarily. You could move in with me.
I mean, I can understand how Don's upset.
Yeah, so can I.
It was the last thing I expected. And it should have felt weird, but it didn't.
You enjoyed it?
Well, obviously it wasn't much fun this morning with Dawn finding out, but last night itself, well, yeah, it was great.
Oh, spare me the detail. I'm sick of being the only person in the world that's not in a relationship.
I'm not in a relationship.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Dawn, you might be.
Well, Samson, lad, I never thought your dad had it in you, but you look all right to me, son. Here's to you, kid.
To Samson.
To Samson.
Samson.
Oh, do you have to do that now?
Well, it's for Samson.
Oh, I just don't point the thing at me. I don't want him seeing how terrible his mother looked.
You're the most beautiful mother in the whole world.
Can I hold him now?
Well, you're a bit small.
She'll be right, just as long as you sit down and hold him really tight. Huh? Yeah.
Hello, baby. I'm your Auntie Belle. And I love you.
Aww, isn't that sweet?
I love you so much I could squeeze you and squeeze you.
Oh, I'm glad I finally caught you. I've been trying to speak to you for weeks. No, sorry. My name is Betty Eggleton, and it's about your ex-husband, Terence. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Could you... Hello? Hello?
Please, Dawn. Can't we go back inside and talk about this?
I'm not having you under my roof again.
But my flight doesn't leave till tomorrow. I've got nowhere else to go.
Well, you should have thought of that before you seduced your son-in-law.
I was so upset, I hardly knew what I was doing. I would have taken comfort in anyone. Please, darling, you've got to believe me. It was the worst mistake of my life. Terry?
Well done, Mum. If you're trying to offend everyone, you're doing a good job.
That's enough holding now, Belle.
Yeah, give someone else a turn, come to your Uncle Shannon.
Not unless you wash your hands.
No, it's good for babies to get used to germs.
Well, he's not an ordinary baby. He's special. He could get poorly again.
It's been a long day. Maybe it's time you lot went and celebrated down the pub. Sam and Dallas need a bit of time alone with Samson.
I can stay and look after him.
Samson needs his rest, love. And anyway, you need a bath. You can see him in the morning.
Hi.
Come to bed, love.
Don't be like this, Terry. I was just trying to get through to Dawn. I didn't mean you any offence.
Oh, well, you just said that I was the worst mistake you made in your life.
Well, surely you can't think what happened was a good thing.
It's a complete car wreck. But I thought it happened because we had some sort of a connection.
Well, we did.
Obviously not. Because it turns out that you could have taken comfort with any old mum.
I'm just trying to salvage my relationship with my daughter.
Good. Well, don't let me try and stop you.
Viv's made our lives a living hell for the past few months. Why would we actually choose to move in with her?
But if we stay at Paddy's, we've got to pay rent and bills. If we stay at my mum's, we don't pay anything. I mean, isn't it worth just a few months of awkwardness to set us up for life?
Do you think you'll ever be in love with anyone like that?
I'd settle for being in Lost. It's that long since I've had a boyfriend.
You'd easy get a boyfriend, you, if you wanted one.
Yeah, I know.
Must be someone.
Actually, there is somebody. I'd well go for Harry, but he says he's not on the market.
I suppose it would be just about bearable if we kept to ourselves.
Well, we'd have our own room.
Would we have our own allotted times in the bathroom?
If you wanted to.
And I need more space in the kitchen. Yeah. Would she promise to stay out of our business?
But I'd make her.
And she'd have to promise never to mention weddings or stag do's or out like that ever again.
She'll hardly talk to you at all. I mean, we're going to be working that hard to save up money. We're only really going to be sleeping there. How bad can that be?
But Mum's drowning her sorrows somewhere by now. She feels really bad about what happened.
Well, so she should. What she did was unforgivable.
Don't still fancy Terry, do you?
Oh.
What are you so upset about then?
How would you feel if you found Dad snogging one of your exes?
Like gouging my eyes out. Good point.
I don't have feelings for Terry anymore, but I had some good memories of him. Now every time I look at him, all I think about is seeing them together.
But you know what Mum's like. She just does daft things when she gets lonely. She can't cope without a bloke.
And that's why I'm trying so hard to make a life for myself that doesn't revolve around a man. Refuse to turn out like her.
Oh, Donna, that's fantastic news. My baby's come home to me.
Well, it's just temporary and we've got some ground rules we need to sort out.
Whatever you say.
We just want to get settled in for now.
You can do that later. We should have a drink to celebrate.
Oh, I don't think so.
You can stay for one. I haven't seen you since the wedding. We've got loads to catch up on.
Yeah, it's
I
just...
won't take no for an answer. Sit yourself down.
So much fun ever talking about weddings.
Oh, it won't take long.
It's lovely to have you back. Be even better once the baby arrives.
Baby?
What baby?
Oh, you haven't heard, have you? You're going to have a new baby brother or sister.
You're pregnant?
No, not yet. But we're going to start trying. As soon as Bob's up to the job, we're going to try as much as we can.
Look at him. Sleeping like a baby. He's going to grow up into a proper person one day. He could be anything he wanted in the whole world.
Oh, it's amazing. Do you reckon he's still breathing?
I think so.
I can't hear him.
You can see his chest going up and down. It's okay, Alice.
What if he stops breathing at night when we're not looking?
That won't happen.
Yeah, well, if he did, we wouldn't know because we haven't got no alarm.
He can't always be wired up to one.
I just think it's too soon. I don't know if I'm ready for him to be out of hospital yet.
You wanted him on more than anything.
I know, but what if something happens and I can't deal with it? I'd never forgive myself if anything happened to him. After all we've been through to get him here.
Look, nothing's going to go wrong. Come on, you need your rest.
Well, you go to bed. I'll be up soon. I'm going to wait with him a while longer.
Come on, then. Let's get it over with. Hit me. I deserve it.
Hey, believe me, if I was up to any kind of physical confrontation, I would. I just want to understand how it happened. I thought you hated Jean more than I did.
She just seemed different yesterday. I mean, you don't get how hard it is to pick the right person.
I just got married for the 6th time.
Yeah, and the last. I mean, you and Viv, you're perfect together. Oh, we simply picked the wrong person.
Well, you certainly are this time. Look, I know you've been more unlucky in love than most. You'll find Mrs. Right one day. Hey, just take it from one who knows. Jean would definitely have been wrong.
Yeah. Well, she's made it perfectly obvious that she's not interested. So I'll never get to know. Will I?